And we're back.
And we're back.
I was joking. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm all right. Hello.
You were hello
Hello
after
today.
a mini hiatus, but it's okay.
Yeah, dude, I was on vacation.
You totally were. That's right.
I,
Duh.
I was down the shore with my family.
And you were getting wild in the woods. Not too
Yes,
wild, but
I was getting mad crazy wild out there in Wildwood. And then
mhm.
and then you and I got to go to the beach. When we got to go down to a beach town. Like it feels like it's just vacation after vacation these days. And yeah, I am mad at it.
I'm mad at it. I mean, every time we're together, it feels like a vacation. Is it safe
Yeah,
to say that? It's safe to say.
safe. Yes, yes, it's safe.
It's more than safe. It's what happened?
I was acting it out. I was going safe. Is it safe? Something.
Oh.
I was just being a goof.
Oh, it was good. No, it was good. I was getting thrown off because like we had a slight freeze, and I thought you were doing it to that, and then I was like, oh no, he's not doing that.
Freeze. I want to see how still I can be.
Oh my goodness. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Shame Cast, self-help and managing emotions, specializing in relationships and anything in life really that shakes up your emotions and trying to help you out. And if you have any questions for us and you want to leave it in the little number provided at the bottom of the screen, you could just call and you could be anonymous about it, and we'll try to help you.
Yeah, you can talk to us about whatever you think might come across as weird to anyone else. When you throw it past us, we're going to meet it judgment free, and we're going to discuss it, and we're going to give our opinions on it. And if you want to call it advice, we'll call it advice. But I mean, be careful about the advice that you give and the advice that you take. So that's my advice.
Well, also, I guess I'll say disclaimer: we are not licensed therapists or any of that. So,
I am an ordained minister, though. So there's that.
so if you're looking to get hitched,
Yes, that's the only. I have no Bible knowledge or any of that. I'm an ordained minister, but only so that I can officiate weddings.
that's so cool though. Like I know you, and I also know Dami. I feel like I bring up Dami every episode, but it's great. It's not
Yeah,
a bad thing.
it's unavoidable. It's really unavoidable.
She's fantastic.
Right. Well, she's also the thread that ties us together as well. So it's all cyclical.
So cool. So cool. I was talking about her and you today, at an experience that happened at my second job.
Oh.
hmm
Oh. Is it something you told me about already or not?
I was waiting to.
You were waiting until the red light was on.
Yeah.
Till
Well,
we were right here and we were RECing.
yeah. Except I totally skipped over the time frame of you asking me, is there anything I want to talk about that happened this week? So here it goes.
Oh, you want to cut and go back and act like I said that organically before. Hang on, let's so cut out this part. Whoever's producing this episode, listen. Cut this last 5-minute timestamp right here, right now. Cut. And go. Baby, is there anything new this week that you really wanted to share, that you wanted to talk about, or anything special that's going on?
Oh my god, so many special things have been happening this week. I can't keep track. I think there's something special happening every day. You know how
Oh,
awesome that is?
that's very true. It's very, very true.
Well, so for today, let's just stay on today. Right now that's happening is the full moon in Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. And for those of you that don't know and can't tell, I'm an Aquarius. So, but the cool thing was I was at the desk job, the working at a doctor's office job, and this woman comes in. She didn't even have an appointment. She was trying to set up an appointment. She couldn't figure out her information. And at some point, I don't remember how it turned into this, but it snowballed into a huge conversation. And it was towards the end of the day, which was even cooler because we were done the patients for the day. So I had time to talk. And said she said that she gives tarot readings, and I was like, oh, that's cool, so do I. And then she was like, you do? I haven't gotten a reading in 5 years since my sister passed away. And her sister is very powerful, was very powerful. And all this, like, conversations about, like, stories of her sister, and talking about how she was so spot on. And then she asked me slash told me, because it wasn't even a can you give me a reading. She said, you're going to give me a reading. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can give you a reading. Sure. I've done it. It's great.
No, like, like, most times people want that kind of thing. They ask for it and they pay for it. They don't just say, "You're gonna give me one."
Well, I mean, and then, like, she asked me, like, what, like, if I had a rate and anything, and we talked about that.
Yeah, yeah.
But she was so cool. And then the story got even more interesting when I told her my birthday, and then I spoke of you, and she was like, "Your boyfriend's a Sagittarius," and I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "And you're a water sign." I was like, "Well, air with water, sure," and she was like, "But both of you, that's a combo," and I was like, "Mm-hmm," and then she was like, "When's your birthday?" And I said, 2/2, and she was like, "You're 2/2. I'm 11/11." I was like, and then she said, and then she asked when your birthday was, and I was like 12/1, and she was like, you realize that's your birthday, right? And I was like, what? And she, like, picked it apart, like numerology. So she was like, take the 12, separate it, 2, and then 1 from the 12, and then the day, she was like, 1 plus 1 is 2. With 2, it's 2/2. So you guys were already, like, um, connected in a past life, and you should probably do that. And I was like, well, Tommy already, like, she already beat you to it, pal. Like, I was like, this is so cool. I did not think about the numeric um, part of it, and that was really cool. And
Yeah.
then yeah, and then she talked about how we're Jupiter is in a certain thing right now, and it shows up every 12 years and then goes back. And when it is, like, near Earth, I'm butchering the hell out of this. Don't come at me, astrologers. But it's an abundant time, and so she said, like, this is a big come up, and she was like, and the fact that we're in the age of Aquarius, holy cow. And I was like, holy cow. And then she said, I have a good feeling. And I said, it's funny. Um, James is at a job interview right now as we speak. And she was like, I have a good feeling he's going to get it. He's going to get it. And I was like, he's going to get it. And then you called me, like, in a half hour, and you were like, I got it. And I was like,
Yeah, the interview lasted 6 minutes.
it's
Like,
so
it
cool.
wasn't. It was like barely, like, we barely had any time to talk about anything, and I had really barely any time to ask many questions. It was just like, yeah, we're gonna give you a shot. See you on Monday. And I was like, oh, okay.
Wow. Also, the other cool thing that happened today, before that whole encounter, which we exchanged numbers and stuff, so we're gonna do a little, trade or something of readings. So I'm very excited. Um, but when I was at Jabs this morning, there's a free library, like the ones that they build.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Jabs has their own. It's kind of adorable because it
Oh,
was
cool.
built to look like the building.
Mhm.
Um,
Cool.
so I decided to organize the books. So I'm organizing, and I found the book today. Not just any book. I'm telling you right now. I'm still riding the high of, like, how insane the synchronicity is here. This was the first thing I saw.
Because of all the twos.
Right. It says two. Right.
Uh-huh.
How will you create something beautiful together? Life is a shared experience. Open it. It's a workbook for couples. and it's brand new. It's never been written in.
Well, I guess you got to have a notebook nearby so that you can write those things. I mean, I wouldn't want to write in that book itself.
I feel the same way. I was like, we have to. I don't want to ruin it. Like, I want to
Right.
keep
Yeah,
it.
because you got to like. Don't you have to return it to that little the little nook?
No, you
No.
can trade. You can trade books out. Like, and
Oh,
just
okay.
so
Yeah.
that's.
I wasn't as familiar with how those things work. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. But either way, I don't want to. I don't want to write in it because it's so nice. And each day is a little like, oh, and like all these beautiful like sayings and it's just wow. Like, okay, this page. Are you someone's favorite person? And then it talks like about, somewhere there's someone who dreams of your smile, who finds in your presence that life is worthwhile. So when you are lonely, remember it's true that somebody somewhere is thinking of you.
Wow.
And
Wow.
then
Can you read that again? But like ASMR, whisper it with this music going in the background. It seems like it would be like we could make a clip out of that.
Okay, ready. Somewhere there's someone who dreams of your smile, who finds your presence that is life worthwhile. So when you are lonely, remember it's true that somebody somewhere is thinking of you.
Right on.
And then it says and it says friendship, yes please, Charles Dickens. And it says if you and your partner have a great friendship, find ways to honor and celebrate it. And then right here, you can write if you wanted to, ways I can be an even better friend to the one I love.
There's assignments, huh?
I mean, like, it's, oh my god, this book is just so the secret to great communication. Wow, it's beautiful, and I'm so happy to have found this book because I mean I also think I'm gonna like take things from this and incorporate it into my parties and like start using the language because it's the brand. I mean, Pure Romance is about helping relationships within yourself and outside of yourself. And it's like it's just a no-brainer. Like I'm literally gonna make little notes and
And
stuff.
start incorporating that word that we came up with earlier.
What was our word again?
You don't remember?
Wait, are you talking about the Peaks and Valleys?
No. I was talking about the promo sexual.
Yes, you're funny. You're fun. You're so good. Um, so yeah. Anyway, guys, I love talking about this stuff. I love love. So I'm a huge cornball, and you're kind of perfect. You fit the brand very well.
Well, you wrote me down. You wrote me down, and I mean, maybe I existed only because you wrote me in that paper. I mean, in that
You're
book.
right. I
Uh,
did. Oh man.
what did I do? Who was I before that?
I don't know.
Maybe I didn't really even exist. Maybe it
Did you
was
even
all.
exist?
Maybe I was just the manifestation of the stuff you wrote down.
I've got something cool to show you. Speaking of like being a manifester and stuff, Madge. And
My Madge.
yeah, unfortunately it's in the dishwasher right now, and I completely forgot that I was gonna show it tonight as part of another cool thing. But I made a mug.
Oh, you did.
Were
Were
And
you gonna show me a picture of it?
yeah,
Okay.
I mean you'll see it this weekend, but it major dork. I made it look like me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh man, that's cool. Now
I come
now it's
back.
not on screen. Okay. Madge. Oh man, that's awesome.
Right? And then it's so oh, come back. There we are. And
Ooh.
then the back is this. Oh, I'll get used to this. Okay.
That's funny.
It's
That's
so dope.
yeah. What made you think to do that?
I was just browsing on the gram and I saw these cool like witchy mugs
Mhm.
and when I noticed that you can customize them and they had all these different options, I was like, make one for you. And then like I thought whenever we get to debut together and I'm your valet and I'm gonna be Madge,
Mhm.
I figured I could take some cool like for the gram photos and like pose with the mug. So
Yeah.
so you know.
You my Madge baby. That's my nickname. If anybody listening didn't know, that's the nickname that I call Alyssa all the time.
Yeah.
Because she's a little magic woman. She's
Thanks.
magic little fairy.
Thanks. And you're the magic man. Like
I'm,
heart.
I'm the medicine man.
Yeah, you are the
That,
medicine
that's
man.
that's the song that you wrote me.
I guess that's my nickname for you, medicine man.
Mm-hmm.
hmm I mean, technically, it was one of the first things you did for me. You picked up my medicine for me when I
Yeah.
was under surgery.
Oh man, I totally forgot that I had done that. It was like, hello, come to your house for the first time. Let me just go stop by the pharmacy and grab you some meds.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I was like, hey, what? You're offering? It was cool. I was like, dang, we didn't even kiss yet, and he's already grabbing my medication for me.
Well, I was gonna ask, and is fully say no if you don't feel comfortable doing it. But I was gonna ask if there was like entries in your journal that you wanted to ever read on this show, like from from like our first dates or anything like that.
Ah, I'd have to go back and
Like,
see when I first brought you up. I mean, I know it was like February or March of 21, but I'm so sporadic. Like I don't I'm not as consistent in writing in my journal. Like sometimes I'll be gone for months and then I'll come back and like I do a small recap, but I don't give as much detail. I know the one entry that I wrote about I do not feel comfortable sharing.
okay.
Um
Do you know what's funny about it? And I don't mean to uh, I don't mean to disturb your flow if you were heading in a direction. But what I was thinking about when you were reading to me on FaceTime some journal entries, I was picturing in 51st Dates when she's reading her journal to him and she's reading it all like she wrote it to herself and she's kind of reading it for the first time and she's like, "Oh yeah." Like I just pictured that and then my other nickname for you is Lucy from that movie.
that's right, that was the first nickname you gave me.
Yeah.
Well, and that's so appropriate because with my with my knowledge of having ADHD, I think that's part of it. Like sometimes my memory just so sometimes I forget things too. So or there's just so many good things happening that like I forget or I try to or I just like to write out like blessings too, just so I can always stay in a grateful space. Um and yeah, or if I'm feeling frustrated, like I want to go back and read something like like this may have upset you for the moment, but like remember and like go back and be like, oh okay, like it's
Mm-hmm.
so I like to tell Dolores that
Yeah.
um so yeah,
Hit the
so
hit the road, punk.
hit the road, Jack. Yeah, it was cool. um how about you? Do you have any cool fun shares that happened this week or sinks?
I am I can't tell you anything I haven't already told you a bunch, but I have to tell you, and maybe the people watching or the people listening will think it's really neat, and I'll post the full video of it on this YouTube channel that we're talking to you on now. But the the theme song, my wrestling theme song that I've been using for like the last 3 years, maybe. Uh, the, Alyssa went ahead and communicated with the composer of this song and wrote lyrics and added lyrics to the song, and it's just awesome. It's like I can't express how grateful I am, and I can't wait to use it. I can't wait. I can't wait till I don't have I have a show like in like 2 weeks or something,
August
and, I,
27th.
and I'm super pumped about that. You know that show is far. It's at that far building. Ugh, that. I'm annoyed about that part, but and and it's funny that it's like 2 weeks before we're gonna be going down far into Delaware again.
Mm.
But this time we've discovered that because we were just in Delaware, because you just played a show at what was the name of that beach?
Bethany Beach.
Bethany Beach in Delaware.
Mhm,
This is a super nice town, super nice beach town.
mhm.
And I found out that my uncle's trailer that he lives in this trailer park in what the heck was the town? I forget now. But
Wolf.
it's only like six miles from there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're now gonna bring some beach chairs with us. So like 2 weeks after the show, we're already driving far to Delaware. We're gonna be driving far to Delaware again to go on the beach.
Yay!
Yeah, we're gonna have a good old beach day,
I love
which will
it.
be just like a month before we go cruising.
Yeah. Wow, that was so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy fast how that.
What the heck? Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
so excited. I'm excited about that too. I have a question.
Okay.
Have you ever gone on a trip like this before with anyone?
No. No.
That's cool.
No. No. Not really. Nothing like this. Nothing like this is. This is 14-day, 2 week, uh, like journey. It is a. We're gonna be constantly exploring something.
So cool.
Like I've gone on trips with other people that I dated, but like to a destination, not like a bunch of places, and
Mm-hmm.
not this long.
Yeah,
So
this is so cool.
that's so big neat.
It's gonna be so neat. I can't thank you enough. Really, um I'm still like you're going. Like I don't even, and I never I know I said this to you like privately, but like I think it's important to be said here. I've never had an experience like this. I think I shared with you before that I went on a trip with someone, and it was to a destination, and it was for about a week, and I paid for everything, and this person was kind of ungrateful, um, didn't offer the help in any way, and like kind of was just kind of a little lump, like a little like Debbie Downer a bit. Um, and it sucked. I mean, it was I had like the most fun that I could have. Like there, I don't want to say the whole trip was bad, but it wasn't as fun as it could have been. And it just felt, there was a weird polarity there for a while. So, and the fact that like you were like, nope, like I'm not going. Like Alyssa needs to come. Like I really want her to be there, and that was so cool that you told your family, and I like you know, and this is it's huge. Like I've never done anything like this either, and I'm excited to have you be a person.
Well, I wanted to acknowledge before I jump into excitement about our trip, how like I'm sorry they had to go through that crap, and you found people who you tried to partner up with, who were below your station and not ready for the queen that you are. And uh, thanks for screwing up, boys. It's uh, I I I think I appreciate you sucking. So in comparison, all I got to do is the minimum. To
I want to say the minimum. I mean,
No,
you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding about that. I'm kidding about that part. But like I'm just who I already am, and who that is an actual man uh, that these boys weren't. So neat, good for me.
It's so good. You know what? Before I lose the thought, that was something else that the woman brought up today that like I cheered up at work because she was like telling me how she's going to move to Florida and she's finally meeting a man that she's always like the man of her dreams basically. She's been single for so long and she's went through all this hardship and she's finally like ready and she's going to go meet up with him and she was like, "You know, he was the man, he was everything that he was the man I needed." What did she say? She said it in a way. He was the version of the man that she always needed or like wanted in somebody. Like he like all like all the boo of like past people. He was like the opposite, and like he was the level that she needed. And I feel that with you.
The opposite of boo.
Yeah, like I don't remember what she said
Boo.
verbatim.
Yeah, yeah.
They were
Did she say?
woo.
Did she quote Officer or Commissioner Gordon at the end of Dark Knight by saying, the hero we deserved, but not, or the hero we needed, but not the hero we deserved."
No, no.
I know,
But
I'm kidding.
no, no,
Just,
it was
just,
good.
just, just thinking of a way to rope Batman into us talking about. To,
I mean that started us.
just to nerd it up a little bit.
That was our first thing too. You showed me Bruce,
Yeah.
and that was before I told you I liked you.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what got the engine revving for you. You're like, look at this freaking stud, and
hmm
and you were probably expecting me to have like a whole bunch of tattoos, also, huh? Did you expect me to be covered in tattoos?
I didn't really. It was
Oh,
it was that wasn't on my list. Quite literally, I didn't say needs tattoos like and
no,
like
but I mean,
having.
but if you watch that short film, my character was covered in tattoos. Like I had
Mhm.
all these fake tattoos all over me, so I figured that that might have stood out to you.
Is
But
it
then,
cheesy?
go ahead. Is it cheesy? What?
Is it cheesy if I say I wasn't paying attention to that and I was just so taken aback by that handsome schmug, that face? hmm
Yeah. Some lady at the grosh
hmm
called me a handsome man today. She asked me if I would help her get plates off a high shelf, and I went to go get the plates off the high shelf and handed them to her. And she's like, "What a nice and handsome man!" And then she looked at my sister Jess, and she was like, "And that's a handsome woman. Look at that! Look at that!" She was pointing at Jess's butt, and she said some. She called it. She said, "Look at all that cushion," or whatever. And I was like, "Yes, my little sister is a handsome woman."
People love them.
Well, she,
That's
you know,
awesome.
she was an old lady, and she had like her arm in a sling or something, like
Oh,
trying to reach. I
poor
can't
thing.
reach. I can't reach the plates.
Oh man, that's a shame.
Courtesy.
um, but that's cool. That's so nice of you that you helped her. That's very cool. You know what else happened today? I felt so bad. A patient called in and wanted to replace her glasses. She was sad. Her glasses got broken, and I was like, oh, go through your insurance, yada yada. And she revealed to me that she was in an abusive relationship and her glasses got smacked off her face, and like my heart
Oh,
just dropped, and I was like, and I just wanted to tell her like, dude, no, it gets better, like, please, like, I'm glad you're out of that. Like, I wanted to hug her over the phone.
oh,
It felt so bad.
oh man.
So I don't know if like you watch anything like this, but if you're out there, like, air hug from me and love, and I hope you heal and you know
Maybe write down that in your next relation, no abuse,
no,
no abuse.
no,
Break that cycle.
yeah, man,
Get get
got
that.
no time.
Like I think, and I hate this to sound like bad in any way, but I think sometimes there are some individuals who seek relationships with people who will not see them for what they are and like treat them poorly so that they'll have that to complain about
Oh yeah, it's to feed the
because
narrative
because
of not
there's
being
this
enough.
addiction to
Hmm.
complaining. I think this was a joke that Pete Holmes had, and forgive me for not saying it correctly, but I know he said, uh, like hell, hell isn't hell unless they're the only hell would be like if you can't have like a break room to talk to complain to each other about what you're getting put through. Like, oh, they're shoving a pineapple up my ass over there, whatever. Like, oh, I'm burning over. They're just burning me in fire all day. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't complain about it, that's hell. If you
Hmm.
can't meet up with people and commune about how much hell you're going through, compare your hell to other people's hell, and
Hmm.
just have that outlet.
Hmm. Well, I mean, you're not wrong in saying that it's definitely like it's a pain addiction, and it stems from something deeper. No one consciously says, I'm gonna go look for, nobody does
Oh,
that. But like
oh
it's
yeah.
the but it's because I mean, I'll be the first to say, well, that I was one of them. I was that person for a long time. But that's
Mm-hmm.
also all I knew because of my upbringing. So, you know, I didn't have a good blueprint to kind of understand, how someone should be treated and what real love looks and feels like. Um, like how they teach you, or how like the old saying in, like kindergarten, like, well, if a boy pushes you or hits you, it means he likes you. If he's teasing you, it means he likes you. Don't you dare. I don't even care. You don't even say that about girls either. Like, I mean, cut that out, because you're teaching a negative format and
Mm-hmm.
flipping the meaning. That's not, because it's not accepted in adulthood, and it shouldn't be accepted in children, and all it's doing is implanting a wrong um, ideation.
Yeah, it's normalizing violence.
Hmm.
It's normalizing like abuse.
Hmm. And
I,
honestly, because, oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just thinking of I was listening to Stained last
Mm,
night when I was at the gym,
yeah.
and the song they have a song called "You," I think it's called. Do you know that song? And they say, "If you push me, then I won't fall. Been programmed to take it all." That and and shove it way down inside like my father, and all of that. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, so that's generational. That just continue. Just like my dad did, just
Hmm.
like his dad did, just like my mom did, just like her mom did, and that's a cycle that you got to break. And then the next Stained album was called "Break the Cycle."
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what else I read today? That's a cool sync, because I read an article today that also said break the cycle, and it was something. I'll have to share it later or something. A friend of mine shared it, and it was about how uh, studies are showing single men or men are the ones when they get older are the ones that are single most, because there's a lack of communication, a lack of showing and feeling the emotions. Um, there's a greater um, there's a greater competition with the social media and the dating apps, and there's a lot more, like there's a lot more women, I think, to men, and they, but also there's this idea of like, um, there's always an option, and women care about men that are emotionally available at like the highest. Like, I mean, obviously, like, responsible, and like maybe some women want, more of a caretaker or provider, things like that. But like the emotional availability has to be there. So it all comes down to like how men need to do more of the work, of the inner work, and talk to someone or whatever they need to do, because then there's also that trauma and the family trauma that is there too, the generational curse, what they call it. And this was just an article about dudes. Don't come at me and say that I'm saying any of this. Like, it's an article that I read today that somebody
Don't
else wrote.
me.
So like, just, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm also gonna say that I have been doing my own work, because I had some things that were from generations before me that I needed to get out. And like, sometimes it pops up, but like, I can catch it, and I can, rectify it and say, hey, like, sorry, that was this, sorry about that, or before I even react or something happens, I can pretty much like just sit in my mind with it and kind of work through it. And I have a therapist, like, to talk to and say, yo, I'm feeling this, like, is it me, blah blah blah, and then boom, like, get, it's good to have that outside source. So, you know it's definitely a not all men situation, but
You being in therapy is like one of my favorite things about you. I like,
what
yeah, I like it a lot.
you do.
It's so evolved. You're such a like a pimp. Pimp,
A pimp?
pimp.
What you mean?
Oh, cuz I think the the song, the P.I.M.P, the
Mhm.
I don't know what y'all heard,
Heard of
the 50 Cent song.
yeah,
The P.I.M.P is broken up like a an acronym
acronym. Hmm.
for a a player into making progress, and that's you. But you're a person into making progress.
Hmm.
A pimp,
A
real
pimp.
pimp, real pimp
Thank
shit.
you. I appreciate you, baby.
That's the name of this episode, real pimp shit.
Real pimp shit. All right, cool. We figured that out.
Okay.
Should we answer a question?
Oh, or something. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Let's see if we can weigh in on one of these messages that was left. Actually, the only message that was left.
whoa. Let me stop you there. I
Oh
forgot
yeah,
to tell
please.
you. There's another person outside of the one person that loves watching us. One of my friends asked me today. Actually, she asked me today.
Today.
She said, when do you have another episode coming out? And I was like, well, it's funny you asked that. We're recording one tonight. And so she is ready and waiting she's on a wait list. She's waiting for our episode to come out. So,
She's anticipating.
and people pay attention, man. So
Oh.
it was very fun. So I thank you guys for your support. You guys are awesome, and it's really cool. It's great, and I hope that everything that you hear and see is just know that it's coming from a place of play and love and fun, and yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit play on this and
Okay.
tell
Question
me
time.
if you can hear it or if it's too loud or whatever. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't do three. Why can't I do three? Oh, and I was like, because I'm not left-handed. I could do it. I could do it easily with my right hand, but I can't
Oh
do
man.
5, 4. Like right when I get to try to my, I can't bend my fingers too good.
It's my right hand that can't do it that well. That's fun. We're literally that's
So
cool.
my left hand and your right hand can't do. So we could like both, we could get into one big shirt together and be a big old torso together,
Hmm.
and and if we do it, if I'm on the right side,
Hmm.
then we can function. But if I'm on the left side, we're gonna be like
Right. Wow. Okay. That
big old shirt. All right,
big old shirt. Play
big.
it.
Uh oh, that's not what I was doing.
All right, so my girlfriend of a couple of years now has brought up this fantasy about wanting to peg me, and it is totally not in my realm of sexual things whatsoever. I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but I'm definitely not agreeable to it. How the fuck do I even begin to get into that? This question's mainly for Cory. Thank you.
Oh my god. Um,
Okay, you're the one who is the consultant on
I
this
know. Hold that
this
thought.
whole
I'm
thing.
I'm pulling up
Have you
some
been
notes.
asked these kinds of questions before?
Yes, no, like not a lot. It's
Like,
it's taboo in some places.
does it
It's.
does it come up in your parties ever? Like, is that
Mm,
sort of where you might have a little tiny bit of familiarity with this sort of question, this kind of inquiry?
well, there are goodness. I This is the part where my homework needs to come out more. Um, Men
Well,
can be
also that this is the first time you're hearing this message, so you wouldn't know what to do your homework on,
no,
really.
no, no, well, true, but
So
I
you're
mean
giving
I
yourself too much pressure on you, baby. Just let that shit go. Like, you no, your expectations are resentment waiting to happen. Please let that go. Don't
you,
put this pressure on yourself. I love you, baby. You're doing great. You're the shit.
you feel that? That was some weight. You feel lighter? Thank you. Oh, I found what I was looking for too, because I couldn't get the wording that I knew what I had to say. I just couldn't figure out how to say it. But all right. Men like getting pegged because anal play can stimulate the prostate. It's a gland located in between the bladder and the rectum. Um, so the gland is very sensitive, and when stimulated in the right way, it can feel very pleasurable, even resulting in an orgasm. So yeah, I mean I guess there there's so much there's so much shame around it. There's so much stigma around it. You know, it doesn't make you gay. Like it's very like, it's we're all human. You gotta like get out of that box, whatever it is that you're putting yourself in, and kind of like see outside of it and explore. I mean, have fun. Like this is someone that you've been with for a couple of years now. You love them. You know them inside and out, quite literally. Ha ha ha. Um, and why not take a chance and explore a little bit? I mean, we just watched that episode on Netflix, How to Build a Sex Room, and the first episode, no spoiler alert. First episode, the couple, the guy likes having anal play, and that's totally okay. And it comes down to like wanting to explore with your partner and finding more ways that they can please you and you can please them. And it's a journey. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be like full throttle, like, yo, here's, I was gonna pull out one of my toys. Ha! It doesn't have to be like full on like here's a fist or something, or here's like a big butt plug with like a little diamond on it, and here you go. Like you could start with like a pinky or something, or whatever, or you know, or even just like having her like touch your butt a little bit. Like maybe you don't like getting your butt touched at all. Like kind of explore that and like maybe ask yourself like, well, what is it that makes me feel uncomfortable about it? I think that's a good start. And if it's something that she would like to do with you, you either explore it or, you know, you don't. And you won't know until you try. And then even if you try once, okay, I didn't like that. And like obviously she loves you. She wouldn't want to keep doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Excuse me. So I say it's worth a shot. Do it. Like it's I don't know. I mean, and also if you do it, I've got some products to help with the
Do, do,
problem.
if you do,
If you do, well, you don't want to do on her.
you don't
or
want to
anything.
do.
Unless you're in the scatting. Look it up. And but anyway, I have products for that. So if you're interested and you want things to kind of help with the backdoor situation, you can always message me with your questions. No shame here. And yeah,
Is
I'll
there
send
any
you my website.
specific like links that they can look at your products?
I'm gonna put it in our private chat, and you can totally, for sure, post it and make sure.
Okay.
Oh, that is missing a C. Okay, pure romance. Yep, here you go. Yeah, so you can visit that site www.pureromance.com/AlyssaMC ALYSSAMC, and you'll see my fun little photo pop up, and have at it, explore together. That's what I think that's the most fun. I mean, well, aside from like traveling and stuff, but like it's really cool when you explore different things, especially in the intimacy world with your partner. Especially if it's something that neither of you have done before. It's like something that can be yours. Um, I can go on, but I think. What do you think? Like how should he get into it, or how do
Um.
you feel about it?
Um. Okay. Sorry, I didn't figure out how to put the link on show it on the screen. But uh,
That's okay.
my thoughts my thoughts on it are I I can understand how that seems a bit extreme. I mean, that's a big step. I can imagine how that's like entirely pushing the comfort zone. Like if let's say like you're okay with a tongue or a finger every once in a while, but then like okay, time to jump to full fisting or full dildo, like that seems a lot. I mean, and when it comes to me, I know like I medically I've told you about this a couple times about how the doctors have stuck fingers up my butt and I hated it. I did not like it one bit, and it hurted, and it was like I remember when the one doctor, it was like put your elbows on the table, and as the insertion was happening, the words "this sucks" were coming out of that. So in that exact voice, like it just like formed its way, like the the it was like the fingers going up forced the words "this sucks" out of my
It's
mouth.
terrible. I'm so sorry. They didn't give you no lube. They
No, they
didn't
were
give you no
lube.
muscle
No,
relaxer.
they were
Yeah.
lubed up those fingers and just
Ah,
jammed them up there.
cheese and crackers. I mean, the gyno's kind of similar to the ice cold metal duck face looking thing,
Mm-hmm.
duck beak.
What?
Not
I'll
up your
ask you.
butt.
I'll ask you in another second. I have another question, but I'm gonna finish giving my kind of opinion on this. The like, and also we were just talking about this like last week, like the butt medicine that our moms used to keep in the refrigerator,
We were.
and how sucky that was. Like, I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all. And that was normal. Do you remember back then? Like, we just kept them in the refrigerator. These
Yeah.
suppositories that your mom would stick up your butt, like
Yo.
when you were irregular.
Yo, comment below if you had this because I didn't know anybody else. I felt like I was the only one. I didn't even remember it. It was like a blocked thing, and you just happened to start talking about it and like unlocked a whole memory that like I don't even want, but it's
Yeah.
fine. And I remember my Gigi. She would like be rubbing my back, and she'd be like, "Gotta get the suppository," and I'm like, "Why? No, I don't want any."
It had to also suck for them. They couldn't have enjoyed doing that to their kids.
No, I don't think they did. My mom, I don't think my mom ever did it. Actually, my mom, she didn't want to do it.
She wanted to do it.
No,
So she
but
had her grandma do it.
yeah, like, but oh my god, it was. But yeah, like, did anybody else have to go through that? Do you think it was all that milk, like,
Yeah, well,
all that milk we were drinking, all that vitamin D from friggin' cows and all that, like, you know?
What? And also, did anyone else call it butt medicine, or just me and my siblings?
Yeah, I didn't call it that. I just knew it
like
as a.
the butt medicine at all.
I still clench when I think about it. Every time I hear suppository, I go. That I used to make that sound every time.
And also go, this sucks. This sucks.
Yeah. So I guess since we already were talking about it for like the past week and a half, is that something we should explore, JK?
Look, I'm not closed-minded to anything really. I just am not. I already know from the bit of experience that I do have with stuff going up my butt that I don't really want that.
Man, not you. No.
Oh, not me. Oh, you.
I
Your
know you
butt.
don't feel comfortable. I know you don't feel. Why would I make you go through that?
Your butt. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, it's a conversation that you gotta. It's a conversation that you really have to. You really have to overly prepare for, like, and do some googling, and see what other men have said. I mean, if you know friends who like that thing, I'm sure you can find them. I'm sure you can find other men who like that and can kind of like, I don't forgive the pun, kind of guide you through it. not glide you through it. Like kind of shepherd you through the experience and kind of talk to you about what it's like. Because maybe at first it sucks, just the same as like having sex in the beginning. Like that probably sucked for you, right? It probably sucks for women. Like it probably hurts the first time, right? So it might be something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
or I mean, just yeah. Or if it's not properly lubricated and like ready, like it hurts. Like if you're like too early, you know, like when we're not like ready. But yeah, like it's I say totally go for it. You know, if you're comfortable, obviously like take some time to yourself, you know, even outside of having a conversation with her and just like think about it, you know, ask yourself some questions and
do butt plugs stay up people's butts, or people just try them and then pull them out? They just do a quick plug it in there? Does that does that happen?
I think it depends on the person. Like, I think I've heard of some stories where people like are actively just wearing them, and like, you know, there's remote control toys out there. You can buzz it from across the room and hey yo, um,
All
or
available at pureromance.com/Alyssa MC.
you're fantastic. And but then there's other people that I guess like it could play as an extra part of the climax where like say a person with a vagina is climaxing and they want that extra sensation for just that moment. It's like, do it now, boom, and it's like it's a DP situation. So I mean, that's that extra stimulation coming from there, but that's a very quick hey yo and then
Hey,
KO'd.
it's a oil check. Check your oil real quick.
I'm cracking up. um yeah, I don't know. We really took a dive here, huh? That was quite the question.
I had at my former employer. Uh, I was working at a restaurant, and the manager of the restaurant, I forget what was it that I said. He said he like came up. I was like leaning, looking at the touchscreen monitor, and he came up behind me and he said something, and he put his thumb up my butthole while I was sitting there, and he said like French fry or some shit, and I'm like, and I fucking yelled at him. I like lost my shit, and I was like completely. This is not okay. This is not okay. And I was like, we got to go sit down in your office. He was my manager. I'm like, how old are you, dude? Like,
I
this is
still think I
this
still think you
this
could have
is shit
reported
that
him.
you totally could lose everything for. Like, this is not something. If you're my boss, especially, I was like, you noticed I yelled at you because I was pissed off. Like, you don't just touch people's buttholes. That's just not a thing you do, especially people you work with, especially people who you don't know that well.
I still think you could have reported him. I mean, and you could have owned that establishment. Like, that's like sexual harassment, like workers' comp, like everything. Like, oh my god,
Yeah, we
I'm
need
so
to
I'm
speak
so
to the
glad you're not there anymore.
sexual harassment panda.
hmm I'm
Uh,
really glad that you're not there anymore.
oh, the question that I wanted to ask you, and no, we don't have to stay too long on the French fry or whatever the hell that guy said to me. Uh, but uh, when visiting a gynecologist or when scheduling like an OBGYN, are you more familiar with a male or female doctor, and why?
I always ask for female, nine times out of 10.
Have you ever had a male gynecologist?
Yes. And it was a really random situation because it
It,
was,
it put the guy in the gynecologist.
yes. Um, he was a good doctor. It was just weird because I was visiting my friend in Florida at the time, and I don't remember why. Why did we? Something. I guess I must have had something going on. Like I had some kind of pain or something, and she was like, "Oh, like let's just go to my boyfriend's friend who's a great gynecologist." Which, by the way, her boyfriend was 20 years older than her. So this was like a man like dude. It was a dude, and he was like one of the top doctors. And like I went, and he saw me, and I don't remember. No, was it? I don't remember, man. It was weird. It was weird. No, no, I. It was just it made me feel uncomfortable because like we were all gonna have dinner and stuff together, and I was like, you're you're looking at my boobs and my cooch, like, and you're gonna see me again, like you're not like it just made me feel uncomfortable. But but I don't recall if I did have another guy doctor at any point. It was either because there was no women there at the time and it wasn't an option. But when I do have the option, I ask for a woman because I feel more comfortable with women. It's who I am. I have a vagina, therefore I want someone else who has a vagina to examine my vagina. Like,
Do you
and
ever think about how much that job must suck to have that job? Like,
they probably make good money.
yeah, maybe, but like, still, it probably is. It's probably sad, like, to look at like, or like to treat people who aren't doing that well. Like, I don't know. It feels it feels sad.
I don't want to say that. I mean, someone's got to do it. Like
Yeah,
we.
yeah. It's a service. It's a for sure a full service oil check.
Yeah, and just like cars and stuff, like we need
Yeah,
somebody to monitor
pop,
our.
pop an inspection sticker on that front window.
Yeah, for real though. Like it's I mean, and I'm for sure you have to have like the right kind of mind and their kind of mindset for it. Just like how there's people that work in morgues. Like I don't
Yeah.
have the mindset for that.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think it's just everyone has their thing, and thankfully there are people out there that don't mind doing the old oil check and you know checking butts,
Checking butts.
checking
Yeah,
butts.
checking butts is probably the worst.
Yeah.
Like I think. Do you ever see that episode of Family Guy when Peter Griffin had to get the anal exam from the
Mm-mm.
doctor? Oh man, that was so funny. He was like, it was just part of the procedure, and he was like took him to the court, and he's like, "You sound just like him."
Oh my god.
Relax, it's part of the procedure. You sound just like him. It's so funny.
Um,
Anyway,
I'm sorry, I don't remember the episode.
so funny.
Um,
I
but
think I think we've had some pretty decent topics here.
yeah, I think we've had some thoughts. We've shared some thoughts on that. So my dude,
But
uh, definitely do some research for yourself, and if you want to explore another life in that realm, do it and watch the show on Netflix. How to Build a Sex Room. It's so fun. It's so good. It's educational too. It's like
there might be a subreddit about dudes who like to get pegged, who
yeah.
will maybe give it rave reviews.
I have a friend who loves pegging dudes.
Mm.
That's like one of her things. She's an OG. Um, but that's all I know. I mean, um,
I don't know.
I've never wanted to.
Uh-huh.
That's a lie. Maybe once I wanted to, but not with you. Um, but it never happened. And
It's just like, to me, and I hate to sound judgy. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a caster of shames, because that's not me. I don't want to. I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. But uh, butts are butts, and I don't think that they're for fun. Like, they're for pooping.
yeah,
Uh,
no, that's
they're
okay.
for, they're for pooping, and that's it.
They're for pooping. They're for the poop, poop.
They're
Um,
just then they eat the poo poo.
well, but that's totally okay. You're totes entitled to feel that, and there's no shame for you, baby. You know,
Thank you.
yeah. So that's all I have as far as thoughts for that question. Oh.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to say, or anything else that you'd like to plug, or anything else that you'd like to promote? That you'd like to be a promo sexual right now?
promosexual. I'm actively booking parties. I have 3 booked in September. 3.
Whoop.
Whoa, on top of singing. So if you're local to the area, you know where to find me, and you can always check my personal website for show dates. And if you have any questions, you can message me, or if you just feel like you're going through something and you need some guidance or just an ear, I'm here. Oh, we're here because you're a great listener too. You're always offering.
I, I mean, I will say it a million times. If if you're liking what we're doing, let us know you exist. If if this is your first time checking us out, check out other stuff that we've done. Follow us on social media. The screen names are the the screen names are right here on the screen. If you're watching on our YouTube channel,
Hmm.
at at Cory Kastle, at Alyssa underscore Marie underscore romance on Instagram. Check us out on Instagrams, and make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube if this is your first time checking out the show. Uh, you know, we only get better at this from your feedback. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. I say it all the time. If if you've spent the currency of your effort here listening to anything I have to say, then I'm so grateful, and I absolutely am gonna respond. I'm a real human person, and my DMs are wide open.
Same.
Yeah,
And thank you to our loyal peeps that wait and are patient with us, as we, figure it out.
yeah.
Sometimes life is happening, man. We're not
It's an
always.
evolving process.
Yeah. Well, um. So yeah, and thank you, baby, for your time and currency and putting this together. I don't think I've expressed it enough. Some people uh don't know, like, that it was you from the beginning that wanted to help me have a voice and talk.
Mm.
And it was you that put together the little background and the voicemail. And I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to take on this idea of yours, and for you know sharing the tools and being in it with me. I think it inspired me to want to actually do it. I didn't want to, I guess, in a way, do it alone. And it feels really good to have this be our baby as well, as the song. So we've got 2 creative things that have birthed.
So what's very important to me, and I want to make sure I kind of put this on the record, so that you know how true it is. Uh, the importance of empowering you is is very deep in my bones, and if I speak over you, or if I interrupt you, it's not intentional, and I apologize. And I hope anyone who's ever subscribed to us and or listen to anything we do and ever hear me do that, know that it's not intentional, and call me out on it if that's, I mean, that's the only way we can ever improve anything, is with feedback. And I'm fully open to receive that feedback. Just don't say that, like, I'm fat or something, because that'll hurt my feelings.
Yeah, man. Like, be constructive with your
Yeah.
criticism. Don't be a hater. All
You're,
right. God, like, get it together. We're adults here. Cheese and crackers. Like, have a conversation.
yeah.
um. So that I really appreciate you saying that, baby. It means a lot. You have no idea. Um. And I believe it and I feel it. And also, I mean, not that it's super important, but yeah, I've expressed it a lot ADHD, like that's something we've talked about. So like it's kind of it's a thing.
It's pretty untreated, and it's I think I've got work to do. I've for sure got work to do, and I for sure spent a good portion of my life trying to live in denial of it, and try to shove it way down inside, like my father, like my father. That's me.
But you don't have to do you don't have to do
And
that.
I'm trying to break that cycle right now.
You're doing it. I'm so proud of you because you're starting it even right now. You're talking about it and you're taking accountability and you're there, you know, and even outside of here, like, you know, this isn't the first time that you've brought this up, you know, just because it's on air. Like you've expressed this, and I, you know, for the record, like I appreciate you talking about it and being open about it. And like I told you, like way back in December, like if I didn't see that you yearned for a breaking of a cycle and that you were aware, you know, because I've been there. I've had to break my own cycle, but I've been in situationships where people couldn't break the cycle and they didn't see it and they didn't want to do it, and I couldn't want it bad enough for them. It
Mhm.
wasn't my journey. It wasn't my responsibility, no matter how good my intentions were and how bad I wanted it for them. So thank you for um, you know, doing the opposite. And uh,
I see you. I see you.
I
And
see you.
I see you and I hear you,
Yeah.
and I like what I sees. I like it.
Oh, oh well. Well, it's funny. It's funny you say that because I like what I see. So I guess we should do something about it.
Hmm.
I say maybe we go somewhere.
So maybe some butt stuff. I'm kidding.
Wait, sure, yeah. I wasn't.
I'm totally not. I'm
I
totally,
was
totally
I was segueing. Oh my god. I mean, sure, yeah. I was
no,
segueing to the weekend.
to our date. Yes, we're
Yes.
excited about our date tomorrow.
I'm going on a date.
But by the time this drops publicly, we'll have had the date 2 days ago. So
This is true. Whoa! So we'll have more to
time
talk about.
time travel.
We're like going forward and backward. It's kind of cool. We're like talking about it, but like we didn't even get there yet. But I just want to say, let's just paint the picture. You ready? I'm gonna
We had
paint
a
the
good.
picture.
We had a great time. We had a great
Yeah,
time 2 days ago.
tomorrow. Yeah, like tomorrow, but it's gonna be 2 days ago when you guys watch. Um, it's a time hop. I'm in two places at once. Three because this is a recording. Anyway, so
Yeah.
um,
Mitch Hedberg. I'm sorry. I have to always talk about Mitch Hedberg. He goes, uh, this guy said to me, "You want to see a picture of me when I was younger?" And every picture is of you when you were younger. Hey, you want to see this picture of me when I'm older? Where the fuck did you get that camera?
um, the well, I want to paint the picture about tomorrow because if you've never seen, well, I sent you a video, I think, but
Yeah,
you
you
don't.
did, but I don't remember. I'm sure. But,
It's great. I love that.
it'll be something that I'm surprised about tomorrow.
It's so cool. I mean, there's three flights of steps, but it's worth it. You go all the way up to the rooftop lounge, and you get a password. Oh, I should probably call and find out if we have a password.
Like a little speakeasy.
Yeah, it's a speakeasy, and I sing there
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I just got booked there again, October 1st. Bring your boo, ha ha ha. And yeah, and I'm so excited. The drinks are fantastic. It's high quality, and it's not that far, and I love it. It's Pat and Bob's Brick and Brew, on top of Brick and Brew in Havertown. No, I'm not being what's the word? Sponsored. I mean, maybe I am because they booked me again. Anyway, they're fantastic. It's it's such a great vibe. It's a great place. And it's gorgeous inside, like in the actual restaurant. There's like all this greenery everywhere. It looks like if the Rainforest Cafe was an upscale restaurant.
Well, the Rainforest Cafe would have upscale restaurant prices for sure. You got charged for the ambiance of it, I think.
Oh yeah, 1,000. Yeah.
At Rainforest. I went to the one in Vegas with my family when I went there, and I was like, "This sucks. This is like we're just paying because of how decorated this place is."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but this place is decorated very nice, and it's great quality and great service. So if you
Rainforest
guys
Cafe, forget about it.
forget about it, where's my Uncle Dante? Um, um, so yeah, and if you guys are going out anytime soon, this weekend, next weekend, whenever you see this, tip your servers.
Take care of the people taking care of you is what Alyssa says. Anytime you ever see her perform anywhere, she has to say that between songs.
I do have to say that.
So absolutely do take care of the people taking care of you. And if that means you're taking care of us, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like this video, make sure we know you exist. Leave us a comment, leave us some feedback. Tell your friends, spread the word, spread the love, leave us a message. You can leave us an anonymous message anytime, any day, anytime, day and night.
Anywhere.
856-209-4413. Just go ahead and dial that number and leave us a message. The outgoing message from us is not updated. We didn't even do that yet.
We gotta do that.
But if you want to hear the old message, call now because we're gonna update it tomorrow. So
yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, the right now. This right now is not gonna be the same right now in 2 days when it's oh shoot all these bells that have been rung already.
Ding ding ding. Speaking of taking care of you phrase, I just had to throw appreciation to my dad real quick because he taught me that. He was like, when you start playing, you gotta say, and it's good for the gigs and stuff, and
they'll want to invite you back if they.
Man.
The servers will want to invite you back if they're getting taken care of well.
Yeah, bro. Like
they'll want you to perform. They'll be excited to have you come back because not only do you rock the house, you then remind everybody to tip well. Not only should you tip well, you should over tip. Over tip everywhere you go, because man, we're all trying to make a living, brah. And to make up for some of those folks who don't be as generous, or can't be as generous.
My cat is screaming at me.
I can hear her.
Oh my goodness! I gotta tell you something.
What's
after
up?
This. After this.
All right. Well, let's end this recording, folks. Thanks for spending all your effort of attention, all your currency, attention, effort, love with us. We appreciate you and your time, and your feedback is incredible and amazing. We appreciate you guys. Continue to leave us messages so that we have stuff to play live on the air. We love you guys.
Yeah, bro. Love you so much.
I love you, my woman.
I love you, my man.
Bye.
Bye.